All right, good morning. It's bright and early. Like, I mean, nice and early. Sun just came up about, I don't know, half hour ago. And we've been farting around. It's our second full Saturday in the new digs. So, still trying to get stuff organized and figure out what we're doing. Tony's finding all sorts of stuff to look at and to do, so.
Hey, look, it's still gross.
Yeah, so we have to mow the grass. I alluded to it on the last video, and that's something that we haven't had to do in how many years?
5.
A few. We've been living in apartments, and then we were in South America, and then we just don't have to worry about it ever. So now we have to do that because the HOA kind of frowns on long grass, apparently. They come out with rulers and measuring sticks of some sort.
And we use special scissors.
Yeah, and then we get complaints. We got our first violation. I don't think I mentioned that on the last video.
But it wasn't for us because we didn't live there.
we didn't live here.
No. It's a bit wild.
Yeah, and it's expensive because I have to pay a service fee on top of it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So
I'm gonna go use this machine.
I fixed the weed whacker first thing this morning, so Tanya's gonna go try and break it again. All right, I'm gonna keep cruising on her rig. So one thing I also neglected to mention on the last one was when I was driving it, I almost had to take motion sickness pills. It was so bad. So you can see, I never did the shocks or anything. Like it's so, and that's hardly any weight whatsoever. You know, pushing on the fender flare, it's bad. So I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is measure the suspension. So I see a lot of this, you know, when I got this, how much lift is on it? I don't know. These are, what were they, 275? 265, 75 R16, so 30 whatever inch tire. 31 and change. So, you know, how big is my lift? I'm going to show you exactly how to figure that out. You can do it while it's sitting on all fours and you just measure the springs. So, stock coil height, 12 inches is stock, and then the rear is 8. So I know that if I measure these springs on all four, while it's sitting on all of its weight, whatever's over 12 inches, that's what lift it has. So let's see what we got. Okay, so 12 inches. So if we just measure the spring, put it up in the pocket, it's about 14 inches. So this has got about a 2-inch lift on it. It might be sagging a little bit because of the springs might be weakening, so we can even call it 2.5. So that brings me to the next point. What shocks do we want? So if you remember on mine, these are the, what were they? The Terraflex. These are the 9550s. And they ride great, except they're really, like I can put all my weight on this. They ride really, really stiff. And then on that Jeep are the BDS. These are the NX2s, and I actually really like these. They ride a bit softer, so they're not quite as bone jarring. These ones you need a kidney adjustment. So Tanya's is going to be mostly on the road, 80%, 90%, and then maybe a little bit of off-roading. So I think we're going to go to the Ranchos. I was looking at the 9000 series adjustables, but I think those two can be pretty stiff even though you can adjust them. And then there's the two styles, the 5000 and the 5000X. So the 5000 are the original hydraulic shocks. There's no gas in them whatsoever. And then the X series is the upgraded version. They're a little bit more expensive, but they got the nitrogen in them. So that should help with foaming and overheating on the shock. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. So I'm gonna order a set of Ranchos for those, and then we can slap those on next week. All right, so I'm a wee bit of a wing nut. So again, this is showing kind of mistakes as well as triumphs. I've been farting around. Tanya and I washed both my Jeeps while I'm sitting here waiting for parts. And she's carrying on pressure washing the house for whatever reason. Sure. I thought I'd take out this blower motor, and I was just doing it off camera because I wanted to see, you know, I wanted to understand what I was doing before I brought you along, is what I'm getting at. So it's relatively straightforward to get it out. There's a little tang here, or tab, multicultural. There's probably people sitting at the TV screaming, "It's a tab, you dummy." So this tab, it's actually up like this. And so you got to kind of reach around, just gently pull down on that tab, and then just give it a little twist and it'll pop out. And then what I did is just disconnected the electrical connector. And it's pretty straightforward. There's a little red tab, and then you just push and pull. So I can show you that here. This is the push and pull. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little red tab there. You just disconnect it and then push and pull. So the reason why I thought this was a wrong one was because it had this pigtail on it. And I was looking at the wire here and I'm thinking, oh, that's not right. You know, it just doesn't look right. But then once I got it out and got looking at it, it's like, man, the connector that's on this, even though it's flush, that looks identical. So sure enough, I tested it and plugged it in and it works. So I've got a new blower on the way that's a different type. So I got a couple options. One, I can see which one's better and send one back, or just keep it, because my Jeep, the Leroy, the silver one, takes the same blower motor. I didn't mention it, but the 97 to 02, the heater blower motor is actually behind the PCM, behind the battery. So to get to it, it's a little bit cumbersome. In the 2003s to 2006s, it's up here underneath the passenger side dash. So if you're changing this and you're not left-handed, I suggest you get left-handed or find someone who is, because it is really cumbersome to try and get in there and get that tab pulled and get it turned and get the electrical connector off. So anyway, I'm going to bring you along to reinstall this, and it's the disassembly is just backwards. So let's crack into it. So this camera angle is going to be real close, and I apologize for that, but I can't do a whole bunch about it. So basically this tab goes to that, I know it goes to that corner, and you can see it. There's a little cradle right here that it goes into. There's a thing missing. Sure. It just snaps into this little cradle. So if I line this up, get it somewhat close, I should just be able to finagle it in there like that, and then just twist it till it clicks. There we go. So now it's in. And then to get it out, you just gently pull down on this tang and click it around. Okay, so now the electrical connector for me now is going to be easy. Normally it would kind of plug in here, and then you just push that red tab in. But because I got this little harness that the person sitting in the passenger seat is going to catch their feet on and rip it out. Now if I just push that little red tab all the way in, now it's locked. So that's in and that's done. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll fasten this up. Nope, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna leave it for, just remind everybody who's getting in the passenger seat, hey, there's a wire in there, don't kick it. It's mostly Tanya anyway, when I'm driving. So problem B from the last time was the stereo. It goes off when you go over bumps.
Actually, it's just going off now.
It's just staying off?
It just decides in the middle of the road that it's had enough.
It's had enough.
Yeah.
I wonder if...
it's not just bumps. I'm wondering if it's like heat related though.
No, shouldn't be.
Okay.
Could be.
I don't know anything.
But
I crochet.
so heat is what Tanya's saying, because you probably can't hear her, is heat. Heat is a big issue, especially here. I'm fighting it on all the Jeeps. All of them are overheating, especially because we have highway driving that we got to do a lot now. And we're pushing to 210, 215 Fahrenheit. So they're just getting hot. And all that heat, there's a bunch in the dash too. I know the amplifier and the black one would overheat. So that might be an issue, but I know I didn't do a lot of this wiring. What I did when I hooked the stereo up was I used the existing wiring and then I put in a distribution block up underneath the dash. So I just want to check there's a fuse here that was done by the previous people. I don't know how good this wiring is. It looks like it's a little corroded. Oh, it's on an eyelet, so it should be okay. But I mean, it doesn't look the greatest. I'm gonna lower this garage door and flop this hood right over. All right, so this, yeah, I'm gonna start there. That before I blind myself. I'm just gonna take this off and clean this up a little bit. It's looking pretty ratty. Hey, look at that. I'm buying a lottery ticket. I got the wrench on the first try. Danger, poison.
So you're just disconnecting the battery?
Yeah, I'm just disconnecting these. There's a lot of corrosion on this battery, and so that's, you don't realize how much. Like, look at it all. So that connector is almost done.
Could that be the problem?
It could very well be the problem. So, like I said, I never touched any of this. So I think what I'm going to do is just nip this off, restrip it, and I think I've got some new eyelets that we can put on there.
What is that little white bubble thing? What is it called?
The what? This?
Yeah.
It's a fuse.
So could it be an issue?
No, because it's all tight. The fuse is either on or off. Oh, it wasn't tight. It was loose. So yeah, that could be an issue too. I mean, the wires look good in there though, but let's nip this off. Because it's all, see all that corrosion? The stuff that's all flaking off in there. And plus, whoever did this, that's not the right connector for that size of wire. I don't even know if I have the right size. So we're gonna figure it out. So we'll just get to some new.
Where does it, this one is so much bigger than that piece.
Yeah, they widened it out.
Oh.
It's not right from the get-go. So those ones might actually be better. Yeah. Maybe we'll try one of these. Is that the right size? Yep. That's a little too big. I don't think I have.
You can't squish it on?
Well, you can, but you're not supposed to. The other thing we can do is double it up. Trying to see the right. Oh, that one would have been, that one's a good size. So now these are actually meant to solder on, not crimp.
So are you soldering it?
No, I'm going to crimp it.
Oh, okay.
I said it was meant to. I didn't say that's what I was going to do.
But you have a soldering gun.
I have a soldering gun, but it's just too lazy to go get it. No, because A, I don't know where it is. Use the right.
Well, all the tools are unpacked.
Yeah, I don't know.
And those are just heat shrink?
Yep, they come with it.
So why red and black? Like why would you use red over black?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. It was just what I grabbed. So let me go get my crimping tool. I don't know where my other one went. So we'll just use this one.
Did you grab the fire when you were in there?
No, I didn't. Because I want to keep walking back and forth to the toolbox.
Just wondered.
There we go. Fire. I don't even know where the fire is, to be honest with you. I moved all my tools and now I don't know where.
Everyone likes a good fire. Except when you have wind.
Yeah, that fan's kind of killing me.
Sort of.
But it feels good though.
It does. Oh. That was hot.
All right. Ooh, sparks. So now when I go to take this battery out, I'm gonna have to disconnect all this because of the way I just did that. But that's fine.
So what else do you have to do to check it though? Like
Nothing really. Start going over bumps again. Well, so there's two ways to do this. One is methodically just do what I did and just go through each connection all the way to the radio and just redo them or check them, or find something that looks suspect, fix it, and then go do about your thing. And if it's still doing it, then crack into it a little bit more. It's kind of however you want to do it. I will, because I've got the time and the weather's half decent, I think I might just crack into it and just double check all the
inside wire?
The inside. I did it, so I'm pretty confident with it, but you never know. You know, just maybe.
Black fell apart.
Thanks for reminding everybody about that. It didn't fall apart.
No, it basically melted.
Yeah, so the black one, what Tanya's referring to, since she just tossed me under the bus, is when we went to New Orleans a couple months ago, the amp got really, really hot. And the connector wire, I think I told it in another video, it broke. So I kind of jerry-rigged it and hot glued it. And the hot glue got hot again, and basically the connections let go. So I had to,
It was bad news.
I had to refix it on the road. So it was a lot of two-sided, like sticky tape and glue and some other stuff. But when I got back, I took it all apart and refixed it when I put the new speakers in there. So it's good now. It doesn't do anything. All right, so that part's done. So now I'm confident in that. So now we'll go inside. I want to check that distribution block, make sure it's good, and then pull the dash off and pull the radio out and make sure that all the connections back in there are good. So let me grab some tools. All right, so in Tanya's rig, when I built this, and I don't think I showed any of this, when I wired it, I threw up a little distribution block up here. So this wire comes from the battery, that one that I was just fixing. I put a new end on it when I did this because I had a lot to connect, like i.e. the amplifiers and all that stuff. It was just easier to screw up a little block here. So I know this goes up to the amps, and then this one goes up to the radio, and it looks decent. It's not loose or anything like that. So I think that part is okay. Did Did I need to do this? No, but I had the parts, so I might as well go. All right, crack it in to here. I don't want to break this.
How do you take it off?
It just pops up without break. This grill, when these Jeeps get old, it gets brittle. So when you try to pop this and it twists, it just starts breaking that. Yeah. So you got to kind of be semi-gentle with it. And there should be the two. They're gone. There's no screws up there, so we just need this. Now this one's different than the 02s, the 99 to, there we go. This is that aftermarket kit. What's holding it?
I thought there was a screw down there in the bottom.
No, there's one behind here in the 98 to 02s, or 97 to 02s. But when they got rid of the ashtray, that screw doesn't exist anymore. I think it just pops off. Yep. So I don't think I ever videotaped this when I installed it when we salvaged this Jeep. This one is the Pioneer NEX. I think I said it in the intro video when we did that, when we unveiled the Jeep. This is a nice little simple unit.
Yeah, it looks simple to the modern lady.
So here's the harness.
Not this modern lady.
Yeah, see, I heat shrinked it all. Speakers. Sub. Power and ground are right there, and they're nicely done and heat shrinked in, so I don't think this is the issue at all. I should make sure when I did that I didn't unplug anything. Doesn't look like it.
So you most likely it was the connection?
It could very well have been just that battery connection. It was likely, it was pretty sketchy. So I'm confident that that was probably the issue. I just want to make sure I didn't. I can't let any music play because we'll get copyright dinged. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut that part of the video out because copyright music can't play. But everything looks good. So now we'll just have to keep an eye on it as we're bumping down the road, or as you're bumping down the road. So just a little.
Spending all your hard-earned money.
Spending all my hard-earned money, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna do it for all that. And just like that, there's your handy dandy. Which one worked?
I don't know.
I don't either. I know one of them doesn't work. So, okay, on to the next thing. All right, so I think that's gonna do it. Found that bad connector on the battery, got all that cleaned up and redone, a little bit better. Put a different connector, style connector on there and heat shrink and all that sort of good stuff. Checked all the stuff in the dash, it looks all good. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue there. Tanya did mention, in case you didn't hear it, heat. It's hot. So heat in that dash could definitely trigger that thing, but I don't think that that's the issue, but we'll see. So that's gonna do it for her. It's got the blower motor all in. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And yeah, now I'm just waiting on shocks. So I ordered the Ranchos. They're coming. The X, so they're the hydraulic and gas. I think it'll ride a little bit better on the concrete / asphalt. And you know, we'll see what they do. I've run a bunch of different shocks. I've been kind of trying them out to see what I want, and we'll kind of go from there. So I think that's going to do it. All right, thanks everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.